Okay. So, for the first run, I'll do Umbra Stygian. Especially because this is the one that lost when I was doing the publisher stream. I'd say Umbra Remnant. That was the first video that I did. Ethanol. Woo! Crypt offerings already in the deck and 2 of them? Now we need some discard build. Deal 3 damage, slay, add 2 uncommon or rare morsels to your hand, as well as consume, apply X damage shields. Not bad. What combo did you do in Ep 2? A lot of frostbite. There was a lot of different things going on in episode 2. Like at different points in the run, it had different win conditions. It was wild. Okay. Apply daze to enemies whenever they enter the pyre room. My pyre gains -5 damage. Or daze enemy units whenever they enter the train. So if I daze enemy units, or 50% chance to daze enemy units whenever they enter the train, on the bottom floor, I save 50% of the damage to my frontliner unit. That's not bad. That's certainly not bad. Waisel says it's super late for me here in the UK and I'm about to go to bed. I just thought I'd come close by to, close as I can to in person and congratulate you on making partner. GG, I'm happy for you. Thank you so much, Waisel. It's very, very kind of you to stay up to do. Oh, I still remember, like, one of the first times I felt like a YouTuber was when I got tagged in the 10 things you know about me tag that you did. Which, it was very nice. It was like one of the first moments I had of feeling like, oh, I'm in like a YouTube community now. Alright. Summon. Gain 2 to the capacity on that floor, or it can be Monstrous. I mean, honestly, you just take the Monstrous one. If I'm gonna have 50% of the people, not a problem. Big Penumbra. B-I-double-G, let's go. Okay, at the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor. All of those enemy units are going to be the Clergyman coming with Rage 2. So that's actually a little bit of a problem for us. With the Frozen Lances and Umbra Assault, it's not going to be difficult for me to take them out. It's just, if I want to set up on the bottom floor with the Penumbra, then I'm going... I mean, I have the Primal Dust, which is actually really good for it. Save the Primal Dust until late. Maybe I set up on the top floor. Right, take the Penumbra, any of the Antumbras or the Frozen Lances that I happen to get, just clear out the top floor, take my 75. Did they add in the switch in the options to make the game more friendly? Did they add the switch in the options to make the game more friendly? The switch in the options to make the game more friendly. No. Maybe later. I now remember what you're referring to there. Changing fiends to friends? Yeah, that's what it would be. Alright. Oh, you got dazed. Interesting. I guess, yeah, it is when they enter the train rather than when they enter the bottom floor, so fair enough. Makes sense. You go there. I'll take out one of you. I don't need more damage as much as I need damage shields. And then let's get you two down here. Magma Morsel as well. I mean, the Magma Morsel would get a kill here. And then it wouldn't even be eaten. It'll be eaten by something at the start of the next round. Hey, you gonna stream any more Oni? I was planning to. I thought that the embargo for this game was going to be up on the 18th. So I was planning to do the... It was going to be Signs of the Sojourner today, and then I was going to do Oxygen Not Included for 2 more days, and then I was going to start doing Monster Train. I don't really have a choice, except for doing Monster Train at this point. Kinda would be irresponsible of me to not. Rhapsody, what's the name of the cute air conditioner? Fred. I'm staying away from oxygen? TBH? Really? How are you breathing? Seems a difficult task, my friend. I'm just getting all these morsels on this floor that aren't doing anything. They're not dying. Excellent. Alright, the top floor should be still tanky enough. Especially after next turn I use the Primal Dust. Yeah, the top floor should be tanky enough. I want to save the damage shield on it right now by using a Frozen Lance. I do. Okay. Sounds good to me. I mean, oxygen is deadly. Every person who ever breathed in oxygen has died. That's true. It's dihydrogen monoxide as well. Like, it's awful. It's in all of our food. Well, most of it. Just completely lethal chemical right there. Can't believe it. Still being sold. Take out the Umbra there as well. Ooh, Morsel Miner for those extra stats, baby. Throw you down. I don't really want to throw out the Primal Dust just to get one damage shield right now, but I kind of have to. Haven't you heard of anaerobic respiration wraps? All the cool kids are doing it. Well, see, that's the thing. I know my place. I'm not a cool kid. Would be a misrepresentation of myself to do so. Let's take out the Shade Splitter, I guess. Nothing I can really do about these except pop them. Oh, I should have popped them in front of the Magma Morsel so I got another attack off. What's with the +3, +5 stuff on the energy and deck icons? The amount you draw per turn. So you get 3 energy per turn and you get 5 cards next turn. Easy. No bad, no bad. Making of a Morsel. This gives you a Morsel Miner. The Morsel Miner is a 0-mana Morsel unit that gets eaten and gives +5/+5 to the eater. I can also get Lifesteal 4 and Ember Drain 2. That is a good way to heal back up my units. But it's also, you know, 3 mana lost over the next couple turns. You're not very nice to that boss. You're right. I should try and have a polite conversation with the next one. See if that works. Probably Immortal Train. Did you know you can hold right click to make animations resolve quicker? I do now. Ember Drain is a build? Is it? I mean, look, I am going to need ways to heal back up my Penumbra, so, like, we'll take it. See if we can make it a thing. Ooh, Offering Token, definitely. What with the 2 Crypt Builders in the deck, having an Offering Token that allows me to discard them, triggering their Offering effect is really good. Where's the Lifesteal Rejuvenate deck? If you want to trigger it multiple times in a turn, you're also going to need Multi-Strike in there. So just Lifesteal, Multi-Strike, and Rejuvenate. Get them all. Okay. Umbra unit as well as a Merchant of Magic. What would I do in a Merchant of Magic? Remove Consume from Primal Dust, obviously. That might be about it. So I probably go over here, get a Stygian unit and upgrade. Well, that really depends, because the Stygian units are going to be about spell casts, right? Maybe I need a 2nd floor. I start working on it. I missed that. Offering plays the card when discarded? Yes. So the offering keyword here is if discarded before the end of your turn, it will be played instead. While I think Umbra units would synergize with this deck very well because of the morsels that I already have in here, the Shade Splitters obviously being a huge part of that, but also the Umbra Assaults. I think I'm going to want a 2nd floor of combat because the Penumbra by itself is 4 capacity. So it's almost going to fill up. Excuse me, it's going to fill up the entire floor it's on. But that means that if I am going to put down like another floor, it's not going to be on the same floor as the Penumbra. So I got to start working on a 2nd floor here, I think. Also, I'm gonna be casting like a decent amount of spells here. I can just cast those on the floor that's below me and start triggering incants as well. How does increasing the cost of an X cost work? My understanding is it doesn't affect its cost at all. It doesn't affect what it even costs. Unless that's since been changed. Okay. So here we have Incant to get +1/+1. That's a little slow, is the problem with this. There's also Sweep, which Strike applies Frostbite 3 to all attacked units. Okay, if we set up like a bottom floor... Oh. Is that good? It's a lot of damage if you set up Cordcalia on the bottom floor. Because obviously Frostbite does the damage of the amount of stacks it has and then decreases the amount of stacks it has by 1, does it again, right? So that's 6 damage, 7 damage. It's like a 7 damage sweeper over the course of 3 different rises. I don't know about that. I think Frostbite is just bad splashable. You kind of need the whole deck around it. My experience with it so far, limited, although it might be, does seem to support that. Siren of the Sea, Siren of the Sea. What if I made like, what if I just got Siren of the Sea and then buffed it? Take it and buff it. Sweet Frostbite is good to kill clear backlines. I'm not worried about that because of the Penumbra. The trample is already providing that for us. Oh, we did get multi-strike. Oh, cool. Now I could give it Incant, gain 1 armor, but more than that, I think what I really want to do is just give it extra, damage by base. Incant for armor does sound fun, but it also sounds like I would need to cast like 50 spells before the Siren of the Sea would actually be a good unit at that rate. Incant armor makes it a solid tank. Because it gains 2 health every time I cast a spell. Yeah, it's just like not a good DPS at that rate. Do I need it to be a DPS though? See, I'm worried that I lock it out of being able to get something like, you know, maybe a large stone on the Siren of the Sea, to be entirely honest with you. Although I've got to remember that the Siren of the Sea can also get buffed by my Shade Splitters. If I have the ability to only put 1 morsel behind the Penumbra in a single round, then where do the other ones go? Behind the Siren of the Sea. Dude at 92, yeah, 100% agreed. Morsel units could provide the DPS. That's... You happen to say it at exactly the same time I was saying it as well. Great minds think alike, you know? Okay. Maybe I do go with the armor one then. Sure. Because then if I'm using this as the frontline unit, then I have space for our backline unit. A 2-size backline unit or a 1-size backline unit. Do endless units keep Incant? I don't think so. Only Enhance. They keep them for stats? Oh, okay. Well, I was lied to in the publisher stream I was doing earlier then. Floor size increase after Daedalus? Maybe. I also suspect I might want extra cards for the fact that I have all of the offerings in the deck, and the offerings are card negative. Obviously, they cost you 1 card in hand, and then they draw a card, but they also discard a card, so they're -1 overall. Which means that the more draw that I have, also the more draw that I have, the more likely I am to get the offering token with the offering, the crypts cards that I can't remember the name of at the moment. In the publisher change, it wasn't that way. Oh, okay, cool. Glad to hear that was changed. All right, I'm gonna upgrade that. Fine. Bounce out of here. Currently, it would die to 1 Daedalus bomb charge. You need a way to heal past it. That is true, but we also have a couple floors before Daedalus, right? Bring up the map. Yeah, we've got the whole next area before Daedalus and this fight as well. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 3. That'll kill my trample unit way too easily. I'll take it. Is there any lore to this game? Do you know if there's going to be more bosses? I don't know if there's going to be more bosses. I know there is lore to the game, though. So I set Siren of the Sea on the top. Shade Split there once. Fine. Just because I wanted rarer ones. Okay, that's good. Magma Morsel, and then I'll just Rubble Morsel down here. I mean, look, a 10 damage multi-striker. It's going pretty well. Aberon, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription for the 2nd month. Says hype, hype, hype train. Hell yeah! It's a hype time. Thank you. It's shapeshift. Top one. It's also actually the train stewards. I honestly just want to get out of the deck in a different way. All of those are already going to die. Don't need to worry about that. Maybe I damage shield here. What's this relic? This relic is the, excuse me, the concussive coals. 50% chance to apply dazed whenever an enemy unit enters your train. And it has been in the game for a very long time. You helped edit those? The lore tooltips? Hell yeah! I dare. That's very, very cool. Let's get rid of that. And boss is about to come out, so sure, I'll put life drain on us. Although, hang on, yeah, I'm not gonna need the life drain at all. It's fine, we still kill here. Don't need to play anything else. Is stacking more of the trample Penumbra options just to make her significantly larger or something else? Significantly larger, I believe. I think I saw it before. Apply damage shield 1 and add 2 uncommon or rare morsel units to your hand. There's also making of a morsel for adding a morsel miner to the hand. So the uncommon and rare morsel units, right? Is the only rare morsel unit at this point morsel miner? How's it going, boss man? Pretty well in yourself, reload? Correct. Morsel miner is the only one. Okay. So I can roll for it. And honestly, like, getting damage shield here seems like a great idea because I just have the Penumbra that I can't heal. So I've got to keep it healthy. I'm taking Grovel. Oh, ooh, another offering token. I mean, I do have 2 Crypt Builders in the deck. I'm very likely to end up cutting all of the Frozen Lances, as well as all of the others. So yeah, I'll take it. You can heal it with lifesteal. Yes. Oops. Well, then this is a good card for the Siren of the Sea. And that's definitely what I meant to do, and I definitely didn't make a mistake because I forgot that I have lifesteal. The damage shield is a rare morsel also unless changed. Oh, okay. Neat. Glad to know. Okay, Stygian unit as well as an artifact. I'm thinking, honestly, Merchant of Magic. I'm thinking Merchant of Magic at this point because holdover on the Grovel or holdover on Offering Token actually would be really good. Cost reduction on Grovel would be really good. So it's just holdover and cost reduction here that I actually want. Yeah, but I still want it. I'm gonna check out the Merchant of Magic, go to the Concealed Caverns, and then buy something. Remove Consume and cost +1, and there's also a cost -1 here, so I could get Primal Dust to be in the deck constantly. Now the question is, do I want that? Permafrost Crypt is good too. That's something I haven't been thinking about. That's a really good point, Heraldophy. I haven't been thinking about the fact that Permafrost is probably going to be really, really, really important with the things that you want to discard in your hand later. Keep it in mind. Let's go to the Concealed Caverns first. Oh god! No! Why now? This is what I get for going to the event first. The thing is, the order... Ooh, excuse me. The order is not necessarily strictly correct in either way, right? I might have gotten a card from this that I wanted to upgrade in the store, or I might have gotten cards from this that I wanted to remove in the shop, or I might have gotten some other reason that I wanted to have my money by this point. Not necessarily should I have gone on the other side first. 6 sirens? So the problem with 6 sirens is this. If I get them, sure, I fight Daedalus, I increase my maximum capacity on each floor, right? Then I can put 3 sirens on each of the top 2 floors, and I can put my my Umbra down on the bottom, right? All of that's settled. Not bad. But the problem there is then no longer can they eat any of the morsels. All they can do for stats at that point is get the offering tokens and the spells played on their floor. And I'm not going to be playing that many spells on their floor. They really need that to grow faster. 5 train stewards. Always a big brain move. Speculate on the advanced prototype. You're right. It's the only thing to do. Lots and lots of tokens. That is one consideration, getting more offering tokens. The problem is enough offering tokens in the deck and it starts being a problem. Because again, card negativity. If you draw a hand full of offering tokens, you've... bad is happen. Hey Rita, good to see you, bud. A second crypt builder. It'd be our 3rd. Honestly, if I was going to dupe anything once, it would probably be another offering token or another crypt builder. I'm going to say another offering token. 5 trades just wins. As in, pop 5 trade, like always have Penumbra and no Ember Drain? I don't know about that. I'm gonna dupe either an offering token, a crypt build, not crypt builder, either an offering token or a Siren of the Sea, because I could still see 2 Sirens of the Sea on the same floor, just getting the incant triggers at the same time. Am I increasing capacity after the first boss? Because if I am, then I dupe the Siren of the Sea. If I'm not, then I dupe the offering token. Is energy a huge problem for us? Energy is a little bit of a problem for us. We've got like an X cost card, and we've got a 2 cost card. We've got a couple 3 cost cards that we might have to straight cast from hand. So I could see myself getting energy. Could I see myself getting draw? Actually, yeah, I want draw. I want draw more. Okay. So then I'm just copying an offer token. I want draw more after Daedalus, so... Nope. What is the build? The build so far is... It's 3 offering tokens which allow you to trigger offering on a card. Offering is effectively this card triggers if it gets discarded. And then I've also got the Penumbra unit here, which is a giant champion with trample. Trample applies excess damage to subsequent units. So a 10 health unit and a 30 health unit behind it. It'll kill the 10 health unit and then deal the excess 25 damage it has left over to the 30 health unit, not killing it. But if the 30 health unit was first, it would kill that, and then the excess 5 damage would go to the 10 health unit. So that's how trample works. We've also got like a couple of frozen lances. That's just by base, by being part of Stygian. We've got some shade splitters, so those are morsels. Morsels get eaten by the front non-morsel unit in a after combat, rather. They resolve after combat to get eaten by the front non-morsel unit, and they give them certain effects when they get eaten. And then I've got some incant triggers on my Siren of the Sea. Incant triggers whenever you cast a spell. So I'm just casting a bunch of spells on the same floor as the Siren of the Sea, and other than that, I've got the Penumbra, just taking them down. So let's remove Consume from that. Oh, wow! That changes now? This actually changes. That sucks. So used to be that this would say X plus 1, but it would still cast for X. It was mentioned we've been telling you for like 15 minutes. Chat's been going very quickly. Sorry. Can I decrease the cost of it? If that can happen, you should be able to decrease the cost of it. Come on. Rude. And decrease the cost of grovel. Okay, let's bounce. I'd like to see a fully self-destructive Remnant deck. Let the candles burn bright. But the candles that burn bright burn half as long. But as well, I would like to see that. I'd love to see a burnout deck. I'd also love to see a burnout deck. To be honest, like, I'll hate this at the time, but I would love to run a burnout deck that is like all burnout, and it does really well right up until the Seraph, and then they just happen to die just before the Seraph. Like, burns out at the very end. Ooh. I'd hate it at the time, but I would love to try it. Starting to see second floors, totally reasonable setup here. I'm gonna sacrifice my train steward, honestly, here. Hey, heck out of here. I don't want it. I don't want to put it on this floor because I want the space for morsels later. And then Frozen Lance there saves me damage. I don't think a mortal trade here is a good idea yet. You just got Consumer of Crowns with your Volatile Gauge run? Hell yeah! That is a lot more fun now as well, because the Volatile Gauge now draws you 3 extra cards every turn also, so you can just spam out big dudes constantly. It used to be something that I would be able to play around and get some good effect from, but now it is ridiculous. Okay. It's offering to discard a Crypt Builder just to kill the frontliner here. Get him. Okay. Also assault you, just so I can get the... Ooh, I'll take the damage shield there, and I'll take the plus stats on you. Then... Let's offering token on this floor for the incant trigger. And then Frozen Lance for the incant triggers as well. Do you have a favorite clan yet? Remnant is growing on me. I've only played Remnant once though, so like the idea of me having a favorite clan at this point is a little flawed. But I do like it. Definitely grovel there. Oh, give the multi-striker a bunch more damage. Love it. You need more damage shield right now because you're still on the bottom floor. Nice. Have a least favorite clan. I would have said Stygian, but then I had like a really wild Stygian run. Honestly, like, I feel like this game is probably going to be relatively similar to how I feel about STS, which is I don't have a favorite class in STS, and I don't have a least favorite class in STS. What I have in STS is, crushes, almost? Like, I kind of fancy playing one character a lot more for a period of time, and then I kind of fall out of favor of it and move on to something else, and then I just keep cycling around all of the characters. Like, at the moment, my thing is, defects with orbs. And I remember points in the past where I was like, I want to play anything except for defect with orbs. Just rotate around. Okay. Let's Umbra assault the ones that would deal damage here. Okay. These morsel excavators give lifesteal already as well, so maybe I didn't need my own source of lifesteal outside of that. Yeah, whatever. Okay, you're a multi-striker, you'll take that. Again, get rid of a train steward if I can, and I can, so I will. Honestly, damage, the Primal Dust isn't necessary anymore, but also it has no consume. Damn it. You can never get enough lifesteal, but what if you have a bunch of damage shield constantly? Give -1 damage shield. Yeah, just remove a damage shield from the character, please. Close there, drop that there. Gambling for excavators isn't enough to dunk the boss. Having a huge chunk of lifesteal is enough to get the Penumbra to dunk the boss. Okay, you sold me. I was specifically thinking that by that point I would be able to get like a decent amount of damage shields on my character, but in one of the episodes today, I learned that sure you can have a bunch of damage shields on your character. The bosses still have a lot of HP. You really ought to have a way to heal up in that fight or something. Also, X equals 0 costs. Do triggering can't. Okay, so I should have triggered that on the other floor. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that for me. All right. Offering token past that. Shade Splitter. Frozen Lance, nothing. Rubble Morsel, it doesn't matter where it goes. Rubble Morsel is going to get me an extra energy next turn, so it invalidates one of the mana loss that I get from Ember Drain here. The thing is, Lifesteal 4, like, does that matter right now? Surely that only really matters... I'll put it on you, but it only really matters when the boss comes down. Wait, hang on. Oh, of course, they went straight past. Alright. Well, first things first, grovel. Okay, hang on. You have 2 damage shield and 4 life steal. 9. So is giving you a damage shield or a life steal better? They're equivalent. They're both 1 extra attack for you right now. So I'll give you the one that gives you also damage. Yeah, there you go. It's not statistically which would be better. It's more like, do they translate into multiple extra hits? I think each of them translates into 1 extra hit for me. Since lifesteal goes down while you have full. Yeah, but I had 2 damage shield and I had 4 lifesteal. Oh, right. So what you're saying is giving it an extra damage shield means that the 3rd stack of lifesteal wouldn't get used? Okay. Okay, yeah. So it's definitely lifesteal in that circumstance. But I gave it lifesteal, right? How many runs have I missed? 0. Yeah, we've just gotten to Daedalus on the first run. I can't stop talking. I am incapable of not talking. Deep Offering, consume, discard your hand, draw 5. Yeah, I don't have enough offering things to play that. What is sap? Sap is negative rage, so it's just -2 per turn. Damage shield and lifesteal have a bit of anti-synergy. Against most bosses, the only important thing is which one is higher, but some bosses have multi-strike, which we can actually make lifesteal better in those cases, giving you heavy HP pull. Try and keep that in mind. Thank you, Johnny. Good to see you, by the way. I think it's like none of these, though. Like, these aren't our thing. I'm reminded of DD where you'd still be 15 minutes in and still explaining the party. Yeah, that was a constant struggle in DD to like explain the party enough so that people know what I'm going to be doing with it. Because I would also get comments of you're playing too fast before that. And explaining the party without writing a thesis. Take the money there. Offering Monument in can't draw 1 and this unit gets negative. Okay. Okay. It's too late probably to go for the Overgorger. Also, I have other stuff that I want to do. Don't really care about the Overgorger. Morsel Master. Whenever you summon a Morsel unit on this floor, create a copy. What happened? Did this get patched yesterday? I'm pretty sure I had this in my video and it summoned 2 Morsel Masters for 2 morsels for you. So it got changed back to what it was before. There's Morsel Master and Morsel Maker? They're different? Wait, there's 2 units in the game at the same time. Open up the logbook? Can I? Can I open the log? I can open the logbook from here. Sure, let's do it. What the hell? Really? That's so cool. Hang on, was it cross to Morsel. There, Morsel Maker and Morsel Master. You're right. Dead 2. That's rad. I thought when I saw the Morsel Maker, oh, they've removed Morsel Master from the game because it looks, yeah, I mean, they look kind of close to one another. Same as the Horned Warrior and the Horned Warrior and the Branded Warrior are both built off the same character model. But my recollection was so vague that I was like, yeah, okay, they must be the same unit. All right, fair enough. Summon an Umbra and a Magma and create a copy. Cool. Do I care about the copy? So I'm not going for extra capacity here. I'm going for extra draw. Honestly, an offering monument that incants to lower its own HP but give you extra draw looks good to me. It's literally the same artwork, but it has one has a fire face and one has cape spikes. Yeah, it's. I mean, you know, they do that with a couple of these here. Got to have the golden frame. Really? I mean, that is an argument for the one thing I want. Rhapsody, you can cast your zero-cost lifesteal spell on a morsel for the incant 2. Right. Yes, because if I, yeah, if it dies at the end of the turn, Ember Drain isn't around on the battlefield. Okay. It's good frontlining while the other one gets big. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it'll tank the front while the Siren of the Sea is getting big. And also, it'll draw us more cards to offset the offerings that we're playing. Now that I have that, do I need the extra draw per turn? I'm still not going capacity. Although it'll eat morsels, don't forget. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Morsel Master looks bad without more capacity. Yes. Yeah, it would be. So then you want energy for more spells to be able to play? Yeah. Yep. Draw and the energy you want to spend on the cards you draw come hand in hand. You're right. Gotta go, by luck and all that. Catch you around, Overlord. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. I'm thinking dupe. Don't care about the health, but the double removal. I really like removals. Big fan. Probably gonna be a Frozen Lance and a Train Steward. Maybe even just 2 Train Stewards. I wish I could preview what I'm going to get down here in the Dark Forge. Eventually, I'll have it memorized, though. So if I was going to dupe something, what would I dupe? Probably Grovel. Damage Shield 1 and 2 uncommon or rare morsel units in your hand is pretty good. The X negative cost one is now bad. Should be removed. I mean, we did get the extra energy. On a free turn, that's 3 damage shields. It's not great, but... It is still a spell for incant. There we go. It's still a spell for incant, at least. You have to remove the Siren and Grovel. Ah, right, because if I remove the 2 best cards in my deck, the game will know that I'm kidding, and it'll dupe them instead. That's how it's always worked. Don't at me when you try it. Those 2 out, actually. Then dupe a Grovel. You still okay with this? Still okay with this. Alright. Oh no. Do I need to get extra capacity so I can actually put the 6 size unit on the field when it's eventually a 6 size? Because this is now too big to actually ever eat anything. Thankfully, I don't really mind. Because I now have the Grovel, second Grovel in the deck to give it damage shield consistently. I'm going to go for it, obviously. We'll take the Penumbra over the Penumbra, because the Penumbra is better than the Penumbra. Are the offering tokens left over from the Covenant? Because we don't seem to have any synergy, discard synergy. We do have discard synergy. 2 Crypt Builders, and then these obviously have discard synergy for discarding the Crypt Builders, but they also have more synergy because they are a 0-cost spell that I can cast in order to trigger incants. Do you have Ascend-Descend cards? That might be the way. The problem with an Ascend-Descend card here is I would have to play a morsel and then descend it on the same turn. Rather than, like, it's not like you descend people to stack up a full floor and then you just have your full floor. It's like I would constantly need to be putting morsels down to the bottom floor. Start of each bat. Yeah, sure, put segments on every floor. Like, actually I do care, don't I? Oh, bugger. So why do I care? Because these are all absolvers, which means that I need to set up on the bottom floor so that they don't fill my entire deck with Weights of Contrition. And if I don't set up on the bottom floor, that is, if I set up on the top floor so I can take the sycophants out, half of them are dazed. Yeah, they're dazed, but the absolvers won't be. You really want a strong bottom floor this game? Yeah. Like, I need it so I can take out the absolvers before that happens. They don't do much damage. The absolvers don't, but the sycophants do. Will just be 16 damage, yes. Oh, okay, yeah, if we're thinking about it in context of, like, how much pyre health I'm gonna lose, yeah, it's not gonna be that much. Yeah, okay, fine. I've got to keep in mind that I should consider it a trade, right? Am I going to lose 20 health here? Is 20 health worth the 300 gold on offer? That kind of thing. Points for unlocks, though. I'm not super concerned about that, to be honest. You definitely go here. Oh, big boy. Start with the Offering Monument here. We'll Offering Token. Discard Crypt Builder. Frontliner. And Umbra to take out the next one. Offering past that as well. Okay, there's the Siren. Great. Pop the Siren. Actually, maybe I put the Siren in the front line now. Yeah, so it'll start eating the excavators faster. Huh? And then the final thing is like Grovel, right? Should have done that earlier, right? Definitely should have done that one earlier. So we're going to take 8 pyre damage. No problem. Okay. Offering Token Crypt Builder on this floor, but I could cast them both on this floor for a bunch of draw and stuff. It's fine to let these go to the next floor, right? Yeah, it's fine to let them go to the next floor. I want to get the incant triggers off. Okay. Shade Split here. Shade Split again. Shade Split one last time. There we go. We lose the final unit there, so now I have the ability to just start spamming out these morsels I picked up. Use that Assault to get rid of you as well, actually. Damage Shield. Is Damage Shield necessary? It's only 5 HP that we even say with that. So it's not necessary, but it's not necessary. There we go. And then I can Immortal Trade for the trigger, and I can also Primal for the trigger. I'm playing the beta and losing a surprisingly high amount on the first boss after getting the Ascension. The starting two factions seem to have kind of weak starting decks. As in the Hellhorned and the Awoken. The thing that I find with the Awoken is you need to find damage really, really quickly. Like, a lot of the time you will take a lot of damage on the first boss if you take a certain challenge and you haven't gotten spikes. Okay. And Umbra Assault is just short of being able to kill an Absolver for us. What was the X-Cost Guardian Blade? I played it for 0. I played it only to trigger the incant. Here. Umbra again, Shade Split again. Nice. Yeah, this is a good run. Good run. Stuff like healing and armor are very non-synergistic. That is a good point as well, right? There are a lot of things, like, there are not many natural synergies between those two characters. I would say that some of the natural synergies include things like you can give spikes from the Awoken to units in the Hellhorn that get Slay triggers, especially the Slay champion. So if you get Slay armor for your Hornbreaker champion, and then you put spikes on it, that's the best frontliner unit. It kills all of the little scrub enemies that hit you and gains armor each time it kills one of them, because they just die against his thorns. It's really good. And then also there's like enhancing units and enhancing units that have multi-strike. There's a little bit of like rage that you can put on sweeping units and some of the multi-strike, or one of the multi-strike units, the multi-strike unit rather, Animus of Speed I think it is, in the Awoken. You can get a lot going on there, but yeah, it's definitely like not necessarily as synergistic as a lot of other things. So there's a code when I, is there a code when I buy this game to give you credit? Steam Store doesn't do anything like that, unfortunately. If it was on Epic, then the creator code ITS Rhapsody, that is its Rhapsody, would work, but it's not, so it won't. I'm gonna crypt offer on this lord to kill both. I find Trample and Sweep two weird mechanics to exist at the same time. Because one of them ignores primacy and the other one doesn't. I don't know. I find them kind of they kind of work together, kind of like that. Those two and multi-strike to me all appear different ways to target multiple enemies with different downsides and different upsides. I don't know. I think it kind of rounds out the set well, personally. Essentially, Trample is a bad sweep. Yeah, sure, but you put Trample on big units, you put Sweep on small units. That's fair, though. Okay. Get those two there. Offering token. I might offering past. Yeah, I'm gonna offering past it. Oh, nope. I'll offering past a Crypt Builder because that's another spell cast. Okay. Offering Crypt Builder. And then everyone's dead. Also, I don't think there exists any way to give a unit sweep. Yeah, no, I can't think of one either. Hey, little ninja. Deal 20 damage to a random enemy unit 4 times. Slay, gain 20 energy. 20 energy, sorry, 2 energy. Way too powerful. I mean, I can cast this, and it'll almost always kill something, if not 2 somethings. Could that slay 4 times? Definitely. Definitely it could slay 4 times, giving you extra energy back. Jargo, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. Remove Consume from Dust? Yeah, I should definitely do that. It'll be good and not really bad. Anyone got a quick and dirty recap of the 3rd and 4th clans? So the 3rd clan is Stygian. It is largely based around DOTs and spells, giving spell weakness to your enemies to multiply the damage of the next spell that you cast on them. And then the next one is Umbra, which is mostly based around the morsels that I've been using, and a large amount of manipulating, eating your own units. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Your stream has almost no delay. Color me impressed. Yeah, I've put on low latency. Did you already do the daily challenge? No, I'm playing very slowly on my first run for the day. We'll be around for a while yet. I'm here for at least another 3 hours. I could take Feast, because I do end up with more morsel units than I can actually necessarily put on board at any one time. So if I took Feast, I would be able to, like... but how many times am I going to have in hand a bunch of morsels, Feast, and a bunch more morsels? Not commonly, right? I'm usually 1 or 2 morsels maximum over the amount that I need. It's not going to happen. It's probably none of these. Okay. Apply Frozen to a card in your hand. Is there any card in my hand that I'm waiting on the synergy with? No. Don't hit any of these then. Frostbite 2 to all enemy units doesn't matter when I've got the Siren of the Sea. Like, between the Siren of the Sea and the Penumbra, nothing lives. It's not happening. So giving Frostbite for an extra space taken up so that I have 1 fewer morsels, not great. What about the Candle Clan? What's that one on about? The Candle Clan is very largely based around the death of its own units. It has burnout timers, which effectively, if they run down to 0, the unit burns out and dies. And they also have a lot of things that give you benefits for the amount of friendly dead units that have died. Okay, we don't have any minion we want to upgrade with this. I mean, actually, the only upgrade I really care about at this point is giving the Offering Monument more health. Let's check the merchant. New, a forgotten name. When you play your third spell of the turn, all cards gain +1 magic power for the rest of this battle. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. But it's very slow. Especially because I don't think this can trigger multiple times a turn. All of the things that I've seen so far cannot trigger multiple times a turn if they say when you play X, right? There's also one that says whenever you play 3 spells or something, it also doesn't trigger multiple times a turn. That one I'm a little sad. Oh no, that's in Griftlands and that's bait. Yep, completely different game, completely different mechanic, but interesting nonetheless. Advanced Prototype, no, like obviously like the 2 Train Stewards only have them left and I'm gonna be cutting from the deck soon. There's one glorious patch where Forgotten Name was bugged and triggered on every spellcast. Oh, that should be an event relic. That'd be cool. It says third spell every, not every 3 spells. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different wording from a different situation. I read a lot of relic text. Okay. I'm not going to do anything here yet. I'm probably going to re-roll. I'm probably going to do more stuff there later, but we'll go to the Concealed Cabin first, just in case it makes a better decision for us. Cannot be healed. That'll ruin my lifesteal. And lifesteal is largely how I'm going to deal with bosses, right? So I can't take that. That sucks. Oh no, this is fine. Heartstone. Upgrade a unit with +15. I don't care about whenever my pyre kills a unit, restore 5 pyre health, because it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna give you +15 health on the Offering Monument. That's 3 more cards I get to draw with it. Hell yeah. Should have listened to chat and duped your Train Stewards 5 times for the prototype. You're right. I didn't take the speculative play. I should have. I don't know if I actually want Pyre Wall enough to buy it before I reroll here, because I might find 3 things I want instead. Gorge abilities trigger an additional time. I don't gorge. Enemies gain -1 damage. That's fine. I don't need them to hit me. In fact, I'd prefer if they didn't. Apply 3 days to enemy. I honestly don't even need Winged Indulgence. So I have no Gorge triggers in this entire deck, right? Gorge is not on the Morsel units. The Morsel units have Eaten or Eater or something like that. Gorge units specifically exist outside of that and trigger their own effect if they eat a Morsel. I'm gonna remove a couple more cards from the deck, actually. It's fine. Frozen Lance out of there. And Shade Splitter. Thinning down the deck at this point is really good for us because it means that we're more likely to get the offering tokens in the same hand as the crypt builders. But it also means like all of the good cards in my deck, I'm now more likely to draw them each turn. Okay, hold on. Card suggestion, give an ally unit morsel. How would that work? Because the morsel units define on them what their effect is. Rhapsody just got here recently. What does this deck do? It is a discard deck-ish. It's an incant trigger kind of discard deck with a bunch of morsels in that give damage shields. But the real part of this deck is the Penumbra that is 70/70 and tramples. We also have the concussive calls, so enemies are a 50% chance to be dazed whenever they enter the train, which is pretty good for a 70/70 trample. Unfortunately, these units are stealthed the turn they enter the train, so I can't set up on the bottom floor anymore. So the concussive calls are going to be less powerful for us. I can give them all spell shield though. I don't really care. I mean, I don't want them to have spell shield for the sake of the Umbra. The Umbra assault there. I am going to need to kill some of them with spells, I think. Yeah, I'm going to need to kill some of them. Two morsels, and then a Shade Splitter on this floor as well. I'm gonna Frozen Lance for the damage rather than for the incant trigger. Monster Train is so weird in terms of how many relics you get. Yeah, it feels like some runs I get like 4 relics. 2 of them are boss relics. And it feels like other runs I have 50 relics. Strange. I'll pop that behind. Totally okay to be there. I want as many triggers to go off on this floor as possible, so let's throw a Crypt Builder there. Obviously Grovel. Shade Spit there as well. Offering token through another Crypt Builder. Yeah, this offering monument giving me the ability to buff the Siren ridiculously on the first time is so good. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Let's go. Actually, I want extra energy next turn, probably. Yeah, let's go extra energy. Extra damage and lifesteal. I'll give Immortal Trade to one of my morsels, because then it'll die at the end of the turn, so I don't actually have to worry about the effect of Mortal Trade there. I've got so many cards left in the deck, I should save Offering until I actually get the right card for it. Yeah, I think we just keep buffing this floor. Deal 3 damage, slay, add units to your hand. I could slay my own Rubble Morsel here. Okay. Get another Grovel out. Pop a Morsel Miner behind you for the extra stats. Now I have a huge excess of morsels. That's Primal Dust to you for the draw, then Offering through a Crypt Builder. Great. Okay, it looks like we may end up losing the Offering Monument here, and that's ideal, actually. Let's go again. Yeah, because now I can put down another morsel. That's a turn right there. Now that, my friends, is a turn. What does Offering do again? As the Offering token discards a card and draws a card, but on a card in particular, if discarded before the end of your turn, it will instead be played. I find it really interesting that they went from more DIY upgrades went with the more DIY upgrades rather than just upgrading the cards individually. What are your thoughts? More DIY upgrades rather than just upgrading the cards individually. I'm not necessarily sure I'm parsing what you're saying there, Izzy Stardust, correctly. Did Wander ever confirm if oxygen was a chemical or element? I don't know, actually. That would be in the golf segment. I think it was near the end of the golf segment. I think he did give an answer, but I think everyone was talking at the same time. We had 6 people on at the same time, which is it's a lot. Izzy Stardust is saying that this game doesn't have card-specific upgrades and is instead having socketed upgrades. I like that as a system. Frankly, I think that's really, really, really good. The apply upgrades to cards instead of preset upgrades. I think that's one of the biggest strengths of this game. Frankly, you have the ability to kind of especially with the reroll system in the shops, by the way, you have the ability to go, okay, these are all of the different modifications that could be offered. These are the ones that are valuable for this specific character or for this specific tactic that I'm playing. And you can balance those off one another to kind of play the odds as you go into those. It also gives you the ability to get kind of ridiculous stuff because, you know, like a unit upgrading, you know, at a rest site in Slay the Spire, for example. Imagine just upgrading a card, right? If you upgrade a card and it becomes something ridiculous, like, you know, they don't have minions in that game, so like multi-strike doesn't have a reasonable equivalent, but if you give a card something that makes it absolutely ridiculous, like multi-strike on a sweeper slay unit or something like that, you would never be able to do that because it would be the consistent, constant upgrade that you would always be able to get. The power level would be all out of whack. But if it's just one of the options that you can possibly get for it, then you can. Then it's more reasonable. Like a card that gives stealth and costs 0 and has holdover. They wouldn't allow that in the game. It sounds broken. I sincerely believe that'll probably be changed soon. It's so much. It's so much, though. I take it you were fond of the Guardian mod? Yes. I was hugely fond of the Guardian mod. I really like all of Michael Mayhem's mods. Has Michael released anything since? I know Michael's also working on game devs, so they might have just been working on that instead. Definitely multi-strike. I mean, I'll just put all of them down there, I guess. It's 2 HP off of dying. Oh no, it's dead. Everything's fine. We'll grovel on you again. Muscle Miner, you shouldn't have, but I'm glad that you did. Muscle Miner, you shouldn't have, but again, I hasten to add, I am glad that you did. Okay, hang on. Here's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna pop down the Magma Morsel here, and then I'm gonna kill it. The Antimbra Assault. No Morsel Miner? Really? You're gonna do me dirty like that? I'll believe it. Why is Umbra a big boy? This is just one of the upgrade tracks for Umbra, is just become big. Very girth. Very girth. It's onto one of you. Time to start groveling as well. Yep. Is there any more girth you can add, or are you at the end of the upgrade chain? I have more in the upgrade chain. I wonder if it is going to continue getting girthier. Oh, because that has stealth 4, right. I was wondering why that was not working out so well for us. So you've got 8 damage shield and 2 lifesteal. So yeah, more lifesteal on you is not necessarily going to help us. Well, at least it has no more stealth. Now I just need to find a way to defeat it. Yeah, it did pretty well. Try the end turn button, looks promising. Good one, LBR. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy unit 5 times. So this targets different random enemy units, right? I imagine. So the big appeal of this is getting a bunch of spell damage and then throwing that. That's appealing. That's hype for spell power, yeah. Oh my god, there's the event that gives you +1 capacity on all floors, or +5 capacity on one of your floors, and then also -1 capacity on all floors, but +15 magic power. You get that in Ice Storm, and this is just 16 damage 5 times for 1 energy. Upgrade it with +10 magic power in a shop? Give it holdover? Oh. Like, it's nothing here for us, but it's an exciting future. Sword Boomerang and Monster Train is more likely than you think. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a Sword Boomerang right there. Okay. Dupe another card, Concealed Caverns, and some HP. We don't need the HP, but we could take the HP. Another Offering Monument. No, I don't have the capacity to take another Offering Monument at this point, I don't think. How does Holdover work with draw? So you can draw back into the Holdover card. Holdover literally just means next turn, you'll draw this card, right? So all other effects, it's just another card in your deck. You can draw back into it, you can play it again. If you play the same Holdover card 2 times in a turn, you're not going to draw it 2 times next turn, you'll just draw it once. See, for the sake of duping things here, I'm actually not really interested in getting another Grovel right now. Like, I already have way too many morsels. I'd only be going for the event. Here I'm going for, like, spell upgrades. Basically, all of these could use a different spell upgrade. The cabin can give you capacity, but it's not... You can't decide, oh, this is the event that is going to show up, because there are so many events in the pool. Playing a spell deals 2 damage to a random enemy unit on that floor. Friendly units gain +3 health. So friendly units gain +3 health actually has an appeal. In particular, its appeal is so that if sweeping units make it to the top floor, so like, what would a sweep unit that makes it to the top floor be? There's those like 385s that have sweep. If they go to the top floor, then this will prevent them from destroying all of my morsels before I actually get to consume them. To give the Penumbra +3. Ooh, that's right. I get +3 health on the Penumbra. Finally, might be actually a good card. The Emberbirds sweep now too, right? They do. They do, don't they? Oh, yeah, it's definitely Hammered Chestplates. But you play a lot of spells? I do play a lot of spells, but I don't play a lot of spells on the same floor, because I play on the same floor where enemies are, rather, because I play all of those spells on the floor with the Siren of the Sea and the Offering Monument, which is always my top floor. Not always like my top floor, but it's always above my Penumbra, which is where most of my damage is being dealt at this point. Okay, you can give Permafrost or something. Permafrost would probably go on a Crypt Builder, but honestly, I feel like I'm discarding them every turn now, so I don't think I need that. I can reduce cost. Cost reduction on like a Grovel seems like a decent idea. So plus 10 to magic power. Can't really affect anything I care about. I'm gonna go for the cost reduction on the grovel. Then I'm gonna reroll. Holdover. If I give holdover to a crypt builder, it gets played by discarding it, so I get it in my next hand, right? Holdover Penumbra. Just get one every single turn. It comes back, that'll work. He stole my beating heart. Is that what I want to do, though? It is. It's desperately what I want to do. Is it? Do I need that? I don't think I need it. Hold over the immortal trade. I'm thinking about that now, you're right. Reduce the cost of that grovel as well. So hold over the immortal trade would effectively just be give up all of my energy, but have infinite lifesteal on a character. So basically I'm locked out of my Antimbra assaults. The grovels still get played. The offering tokens play the crypt builders. Having no energy doesn't really affect me that much. All right. Who needs energy? I don't know. Okay, next area does have a double removal, and it's next to a Merchant of Magic. Don't really care about the Merchant of Magic, but that doesn't mean I have access to shop removal. So I'll have shop removal here, likely to remove 2 cards if I take the event in Fell, and then I'll remove 2 cards of the Unstable. The cards I'll remove will be Frozen Lance, and Tumbra Assault, and Tumbra Assault. And then eventually at that point, I just have, actually it's probably going to be Shade Splitter, Frozen Lance, save the Antumbras. And then effectively, I'm just going to be cycling through a 0-cost deck at that point. You need capacity now? Yes. Yeah, no, I'm getting capacity here because I think that this Dark Forge is going to give the Penumbra a 6th capacity size. Okay. All right, Phil, let's go. Shame about the Amber upgrade pickup earlier. Yeah, it was right at the time. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be right for the whole run. If you have to pivot, you have to pivot, you know? Work with what's working. This is actually only going to be able to kill the frontline unit. So wild. Get rid of the penance, obviously. Thinking I'll kill you, so that I can put some units behind the Siren and Sea. It'll take up 6 capacity, that's correct. Beautiful. Does the Penance trigger in Can't? Penance. No, it's a Scourge type card, not a spell. Okay, it's not time to start playing on 0 costs yet. Get rid of the Crypt Builder. So now I actually can get both of those. Beautiful. Shade Split on this floor for the draw. Well, Morsel Excavator definitely goes there as well. I'm going to Offering now. Didn't get the right card with it, but that's fine. Still got the Grovels. Grovel again. Way too many cards in hand at this point. Get a Morsel Miner down there. I got a bunch of extra morsels for later turns, but I'll Offering a Crypt Builder here for the kill. Do I need to still be casting things here? Yes, actually, I want to cast as many things as I need to get the Offering Monument down. Because as soon as it dies, then I can actually put down another unit instead. It's just all of these are filling my hand with more stuff at this point. That's... Okay, and then grovel again. It's gone. Any of these really matter? I get the Magnum Morsel for the extra damage. And now I can start zero costing. So, will Immortal trade? Honestly, Primal Dust should just be cast on this floor. Grovel again. Great. Is the hand limit 10? I believe so. Arniples, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy modes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Alright. Playing that. Okay, Scourges are a problem for this build. Gotta remember. We need a build where we ultra buff a morsel to be our carry. I am definitely going to want to do that before my time is up with this game. I say my time is up with this game as though that's likely to happen. We all know this looks like another 500 episodes. We all know that, right? I don't think anyone's going to be surprised by that. Okay, get rid of that. Shade Split. More Ember Drain. Get an extra energy next turn. What's left in the deck? Okay. Another 500? We've never reached 500 episodes ever. You're right. Maybe it'll be the first time we've ever reached 500 episodes. With a penance. Didn't think about this. Look at this. Why not holdover on the morsel? How would I provide holdover on a morsel? Do you mean on a morsel generator? Should have gone to the next floor. It's fine though. Doesn't matter. We aren't getting to 500 episodes. You'll just use holdover on episode 199. Oh, thank you very much for the idea that I am almost certainly going to wholesale steal in a year and a half. I'm afraid that by watching this stream, you have given up all legal rights to contest my usage of that. No, play a mortal trade on the morsel? Oh, because like at the moment I'm just kind of like stacking it up here just for fun, rather than really caring. But you're right. Like I have played the thing on the morsel significantly in the past. Just at the moment I'm going with the stack lifesteal on one. Cancel Rhapsody for stealing jokes from chat. Rhapsody is over party. I'm ready for it. Long time coming. Discard the Scourge so you don't take any reserve damage. Just did. Okay. Pyrebound can only be played in the Pyre room and the floor below it. Deal 100 damage to the front enemy unit. Now, Pyrebound is a weird keyword to me, because I've only seen it so far on things that you can't play in the Pyre room. How would you play it in the Pyre room? Because if something's in the Pyre room to take the damage and floor below, yes, no, you can do it and the floor below. Ascend a unit to the Pyre room. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see that. Right, yeah, ascending them into the Pyre room does that. Cool. Then we have Stygian and the... Don't need either of those. I'm fine. Go for extra capacity here. Yep, gotta go for the extra capacity if I ever want to be able to play my my big. What do you got, Merchant Magic? Give another card holdover and also decrease the cost of another card. very large. Let's get these shade splitters out of here. Decrease the cost of an Umbra assault. Also give that holdover. Remove a frozen lance. I'm not gonna reroll. Actually, you know what? I will reroll. Yeah, we got a negative cost on one again. Neat. Put that on the Umbra, and I'm done. Make lance consume. Yeah, I probably should have done that. You're right. Ending Center with Spell Shield 2. I get 300 coins for taking this. I really would like this. Can I take it? I think I can. I think I don't have a problem. The only thing that I really care about are the Umbra assaults, and I can kill my own morsels with those in order to get that trigger. You will always get a 1-cost reduction on a reroll. Really? Huh. Ryan, I think you may have thrown. You don't have the floor space to play your chant. Do I not? I'm almost certain I got exactly the floor space to play my champ. So it'd look a lot like that if I could. Shame I can't, though. Alright. Let's throw it on the offering monument here. Rude. I'm sorry, was that a bit too snarky? I mean, it's grovel on this floor. Just get the extra draw. Offering token through the Crypt Builder so that I... Alright, Siren of the Sea now. Great. Big. Okay. And some Remorsal isn't actually interesting. Really Crypt Builder there, though. Grovelings, fine by me. There we go. Morsel Miner is a great... no, I can't use the Umbra Assault to kill my own minions because I gave them the Hammer Chestplate. No, bugger. Damn it. Let's go past the Frozen Lance. Umbra's... no, it's not Umbra. I mean, I can now kill one, but I can only kill the Morsel Miner, which I don't want to kill. You have a damage shield on you. I mean, I just cast one on... Actually, it's 3... Yeah, it's 3 damage apiece, so never mind, I can kill... Morsel Jewelers here as well. Yeah, I care about the stats more, so I'll kill a Morsel Jeweler. No stats from it, though. Get rid of another Crypt Builder, just more costs. Again, more access to more costs. Maybe I should throw away some morsels on the top floor. They're filling up my hands, and these ones with the plus HP, I just don't need them. I straight up do not require them. Speaking of... Jenny, thank you very much for the 500 bits there. Much appreciated. Says, for the big boy. I'm sure the big boy appreciates it. I know that I do too. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I also missed this. Maxwell gave 2 gifts of tier 1 subs to Gregorius and Pokemaster777. Pokemaster and Gregorius in Jorio modes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. And thank you, Maxwell. Kind of you to do so. Why would you want to kill your morsels? They say they only trigger when eaten, not on death. Okay, so I want to kill my own morsels if I don't care about the benefit that morsel is going to provide, because number one, it's more spells that I get to cast on that floor, so it triggers Incant, which is better stat buffs on my Siren of the Sea and extra cards from my Offering Monument. And then also, because I will I'm effectively re-rolling the morsel, right? I have only a certain amount of morsels I can put on the floor because of the capacity. So I'm re-rolling the morsel by killing it and trying to get better ones instead. Is this still the first run? Yeah, hour and a half in, it's still the first run. It's new clan. My defense for myself is new clan, which means this is a totally reasonable amount of time to be taking. Now, you might say it's not a totally reasonable amount of time to be taking, and I would... You're right. But still. Starting to get a lot of the damage stats I was looking for here. Just cast out the extras. Because I'm getting the Purifier's effects, the ultimate penance as well, I'm making sure not to cast the Immortal Trade on anything that lives. Ooh, the Collector is actually getting away with this one. Never mind, I have 2 Umbra assaults. Everything's fine. Goodbye. Double morsel. All the way across the sky? Damn, it's so intense. Can't believe these have 170 health now. If they still had 140, the Penumbra would just be ruining them. That actually might be why they don't have 140 anymore, because the Penumbra kind of breaks the curve for the power on that. Sure, can I link here though? I do not yet have set up an ability to approve people for posting links. And that's because it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, because I need to change a lot of things about my bot. But yes, if you PM them to Advice Colin, who has just suggested it in chat, she will share it on your behalf. That one, but it really matters. Well, I mean, now I can use these Entumbras. Oh no. They are dying. Nothing's dying. I get no... Oh. So rude. There you go. I'll double cast that there. Nothing dies. A certain tone of multi-striking would be very fun right now. I don't know if that's available outside of the Ironclad at all. I think like Awoken has like a sub-theme of a little bit of multi-strike because there's a couple characters with some multi-strike in there. Obviously there's multi-strike in the shops, but I don't think the multi-strike tone can appear outside of an event, one event. But of course, over the course of the, infinitely long series we're going to be doing on this game, we'll see that eventually. That Gilded Wing is looking like a problem. I'm gonna remove its spell shield so that next turn I'm very likely just gonna offering a crypt. What's it called again? Crypt Builder on it and just kill it there. Not that everyone didn't understand, but you said the multi-strike is an Ironclad only card. Whoops. It's Hellhorn. To be fair, both of those are flavored very similarly, right? It's Demonic Warrior. Can you blame me? Also, they're both like the default first class in the game. I mean, and they're red. Come on, it's fine. Okay. I don't have extra draw here. Yeah, I don't have extra draw here. We're going to be taking a little bit of damage to the Gilded Wing. Yeah, I didn't get the crit builder there. We're definitely taking damage to it. It's fine. It's fine. It happens. 40, so it'll only take one hit regardless. Let's double there. I don't really super care about the lifesteal on that, so I'm gonna kill you in order to get 2 more casts on this floor, as well. Oh, a morsel miner and a magma morsel, definitely problems. Could you check the Seraph, please? I missed the start of the run. It is a temper the strength of your units. Only the truly determined can survive. So it gives sap to your units on play. Don't really matter. Doesn't change at all how I'm gonna be playing. So the crit builder in there. Can't necessarily be guaranteed that I'm going to draw it or not draw it. Nice. Good floor. Tall button, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. Good lord. Says I got some food. I hope it's delicious. Thank you very much. Again, it's remarkable. And sincerely appreciated as well. Can you do a defect run next? Oh, of course. Yeah, definitely. Don't worry. I'm going to be splashing defect and doing a little bit of an orb run. Oh, I mean Stygian and a spell run next, ideally. Actually, no, I have Stygian here. Never mind. We're going to be doing Remnant next. Oops. Okay. Bottom floor is doing good. Lifesteal. Now we win. Morsels? No, it doesn't matter about the morsels. We won. Oh, that's a lot of money. Okay. Primal Dust. Yeah. Void Binding. Apply Damage Shield 2, Rage 6, and Ember Drain 3. I do like the idea of running a deck that just has no energy. You don't care about energy. Why would you care about energy? And I could do that, but at the same rate, I don't need to. This doesn't actually provide us a benefit. The Rage 6 is very small. Cave in the top floor morsels. Descend friendly and enemy units on this floor. Ooh! Overstack the floor by caving in the morsels. Yeah! Hell yeah! Okay, I definitely don't want to, like, not have any energy now as a result of that. Ascend all units on this floor. Ascend all enemy units on this floor and apply Daze 3. So this is for taking units on the top floor and just setting them to the pyre room and just getting them killed by the pyre. I love the idea of that, but none of this. 1 Ember, 120 damage burn spell. It is very, like, obviously, like, enemies that have Extinguish deal damage to the front enemy unit, or have spikes, or, what are other examples? Those are the 2 big examples, are difficult to manage with it, right? Obviously, you're going to be losing health, you're going to trade health away. But also, like, you have to have it on the turn that they're all there, and you're not always building on the top floor. So I can see why it's not necessarily just, like, super powerful. It is good, but it's very conditional, I think is what I'm trying to say here. Remove 2 cards from the deck, dupe a card. There's no way Merchant of Steel beats this side. Gain double stack. What can be affected by double stack for us? Give it Ember Drain 4. I like double stack, apply extra damage shields. That's actually interesting, but I don't think I need it. Reduct cost. We should probably reduct the cost of the cave-in. Actually, cave-in, reroll, reduce cave-in again. Yep. Then I will... I should have checked the Merchant of Trinkets before I did any of that. That's my bad. First time each turn an enemy unit dies, add 2 morsel units into your hand. Is that going to be too many morsel units? Missed the double stack on lifesteal. I don't need the double stack on lifesteal. If I play it every single turn, and, you know, near the end of the fight I play it every single turn, and my units can only deal 1 attack per turn, it's not necessary. Shade Lamp does give us more morsels, but I don't even know if I need it. No such thing with cave-in. There still is, because, so on the 2nd floor, right, we have the capacity for what? 4, right? So 2, so 6. Cool. So we have 6 capacity. On the 2nd floor, after my Offering Monument dies, and it usually dies on the 2nd turn, right? We have the Siren Song, and then we have 4 behind it. That's 4 different morsels behind it. Then, if we're descending units from the top floor, we can still only overstack to 1, right? So how does this work if I have like a floor of 7 and I try and descend them? Do they descend to the next available floor? Will they go behind the Penumbra? The card will advertise which 2 will go down. Right. Because like if hasted units try and, or rather if units try and, enemy units try and join a floor where there are already a bunch of enemy units, I know they'll skip that floor and go to the next one. They don't move if the floor is full. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, unfortunately, like I'm only actually going to be able to descend 2 morsels. So like building more morsels at this point, not necessary, I don't think. Not at all. Let's reroll and look for something better. +2 capacity on the middle floor. There's also Hell's Banners when you summon the 2nd unit in a turn, gain 3 energy, which, that's, I do that every turn. +2 capacity on the middle floor literally, like, entirely invalidates the cave-in, because I don't need it anymore. Well, I guess if I have an excess of morsels on 1 turn, I can still put them all up into cave-in. You just don't have enough gold? Yeah, I can't take all of them. You could still descend morsels to your Penumbra. If my Penumbra's on the bottom floor, can I? How? Cave-in could feed your Penumbras, theoretically. If Incant is on top. Oh, okay. Okay, so Incant goes on top. Mindjacks goes on the well, Mindjacks, honestly, we don't take Mindjacks at that point, right? Because it doesn't matter. And then we use the cave-ins to throw them behind the Penumbra. Is there any weakness to that? Mindjack isn't useful. Yeah, it's not useful, because obviously the Penumbra plus 6 morsel units being descended, because, you know, it's a 6 capacity floor anyway. 6 morsel units being... Pit stains. 6 morsel units being descended is already going to be the full. Okay. Icicle Fracture as well, maybe? No reason not to take it. Okay, removing 2 cards from the deck. Get the Primal Dust out of here. Hasn't been good this entire time. And the Frozen Lance, I think, here. And then duplicate a... Honestly, I'm feeling Grovel. More rare, uncommon morsel units. Cave-in? Do I need a second cave-in? A lot of the time, Cave-in's going to be the last card in my hand, so the Icicle is going to hold it. Cave-in to dump more morsels. I don't think it's Cave-in. Everyone's saying Cave-in. Okay, let's think about it. 1 full cycle of my deck right now. If the Antumbra Assaults don't kill anything, 1 full cycle of my deck gives me 4 morsel units. Why would I need 2 cave-ins? Grovel, you need to generate enough morsels to cave. 100% Dudette 92, sorry. I think it's that. The second cave-in ignores the amount of morsels I am likely to get. It's grovel. Sorry. Now water time. Okay. So we're setting up top and bottom floor, right? Juro, thank you very much for giving 2 gift 1 subs to the community to 0GDRRE and that one guy 6686TH. Juro emote in chat. Enjoy your emotes rather in chat. There are plural amounts of them. Juro emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic, you two. And thank you, Juro. Very kind of you to do. Okay. It's no damage yet. It will be soon, though. Umbra assaults. Pick a couple. I don't need to protect with the excuse me, I don't need to protect the Penumbra on the bottom floor here. That one definitely goes out. We can grovel again. All of the extra damage ones need to go on the top floor. And then the morsel jeweler goes here. Are you familiar with Demon Crawl? I picked it up the other day. It's roguelike Minesweeper. I am familiar with Demon Crawl. Demon Crawl is eternally the next video that gets the window shopping made. And eventually it will be the video that has had a window shopping made, but it's taken me a little bit of time, I'll definitely admit. I'm gonna still just cast the spells on this floor, obviously just for the incant triggers. Jarko, thank you very much for the 200 bits. Much appreciated. Alright. So we have our cave-in now, which is good because I have a lot of morsels this turn. So you go there. Grovel again. The damage ones all go on the top floor. And then that one there, that one there. Let's offering again on another crypt builder. Then grovel for even more units. Ooh, jewelers. Lovely. Jeweler, jeweler, hang on. Jeweler, 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 and then down you go. Okay, and now we'll set up the next load. Offering through the crypt builder again. I just love that every run of this that I've had so far has been absolutely nutty. In their own special ways. Which of you is the worst? So Eater gains +4 plus. Don't care about that. Freed up 2 spaces on that floor, so the morsel miner goes here now. Morsel miner, and then the extra damage. It's offering through a crypt builder just to empty out the hand a little. Now get the rest of the morsels that I have left over ready. They're going down next turn. I'll show you what happens if I try and cave them in here, but it's not going to work. Stop targeting the frontliner. Why is it? Oh, the target on the frontliner was literally just the buffs it was going to get from the incant. Oops, my bad. Next card is a grovel. Okay. Actually, no. I want the grovel is the thing. Will offering the cave in, because then I can grovel and get another. Yeah, get another morsel out. Might as well immortal trade the Penumbra. Not like you have anything else to spend your Ember on. You're not wrong. Man, I'm gonna have to cave them in constantly. Oof. Hope I draw the cave in this turn, I guess. Let's take all of those. Where's this cave in I've been looking for? That's not it. Too many morsels. Give you damage shields just to protect another morsel behind you. There's way too many morsels. Oh, of course. There's units on the top floor. I forgot about that. There you go. You can all go here. We told you to dupe the cave in? I don't think I needed it still. That might be a little bit of stubbornness on my part, but still doesn't feel like it was necessary. Okay, good morsel miner right there. This one's full now, so ascend him. Groveling, throw out the damage on this floor, and then all the defensive ones go on the bottom floor. Hup, 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 hup. It wasn't necessary, but you definitely didn't need the grovel either. The thing is, the third grovel also contributed, like, because I have the third grovel, it's more likely that the cave-in would be good, but if I didn't take the third grovel, I don't think the second cave-in would have been good. So it's a weird kind of moving target kind of situation here. And giving some attack to your trample could be good. Yes, but I guess just to get over the 160s. Question, are the morsels being eaten or are the things they're carrying? Yeah, both. All of it. 100%. The answer is yes. Yeah, to make sure that there's not more than 2 units up top because of the multi-strike. Okay, I agree. I agree. How do I go about achieving that? Crypt build here a couple times. What's left in the deck? There's a cave-in left in there, so I offer first. You know what? I have enough energy now. It's time to start playing Immortal Trade every turn. So cave in again, good. Start with the grovel on top, and now I'm looking to cave in. One sec. It's another can't trigger, so we'll do that there. Now I'm looking to cave in damage cards. It's all there. Pop all of you up on top. You'll actually get health this time. Throw them down. Get more lifesteal and Ember Drain. Nice. Oh, so when the Seraph moves to a floor, it just summons a Lightwing there. So I can't ever leave an empty top floor against this Seraph. Interesting. Interesting. Good to know that for the future now. So, just take the assault there, I guess. Offering for... Okay, so here actually I don't even play the final morsel. It's gonna be just that, that, and that one, and then I'll hold the magma morsel for the next turn because it just dies on this floor if I play it right now. Or if you do, you need a constant nuke. Yeah, okay, so for the future I should definitely consider that. Yeah, it looks like my bottom floor already takes care of everything by itself. Nice. Is there anything else I can even really do this turn? Not much at all. Guess I'll just play down these to get them eaten, just in case that contributes to anything for us. Crypt Builder. You deal 30 damage to me, I deal 164, and I heal by 164. That was good. That was very good. Run number 1, down. All right. Let's get started on run number 2 then. That was 2 hour, 8 minute run. Well, the 8 minute 43 seconds were in the starting timer, so 2 hour run right there. Yep. That's a Rhapsody run. They're gonna be a little slow to start off with here, definitely. I'm also like, usually I would do all of these and then I would do the daily challenge and then I would do like a challenge as well with other people. Because not everyone has access to the game at this point, because it's not a public beta at this point, I'm not going to be doing the challenge with everyone kind of thing to round out the stream because it'd just be me and like maybe 1 or 2 other people. So I'm definitely going to be holding off on that. Alloyed Construct 2, Inert, cannot attack unless it has fuel. Interesting. New keyword. Gorge gains of fuel. Okay. Okay. That's ridiculous. Right? Morsels aren't difficult to get. That's a really good big early unit. Kindle, double your energy. Well, it's remove consume from that, definitely. I mean, but removing consume from that does -1 cost it as well, so it's actually not necessarily great. I like that. Why not play with the known clans and sub-clans? Because there was, I want to say about 150 hours of content of me playing just those 2 clans. So while I recognize that there are new things in those clans, I'm more interested at the moment in focusing on... Just give up a floor. I never fill every floor. Okay. Very, very, very good. You'll need to find some way to spend your energy, so you're going to need draw in that deck as well. I don't know where you're going to get it. There are some Exos cards, a significant amount of Exos cards in the Umbra as well, though. Deal 2 damage to a rear enemy unit whenever a morsel unit is eaten. That's ridiculous as well. There are so many rear enemy units that only have 2 HP. Alright, Stygian Cuttle Hex, which also shares the kind of character model with the Mollusk Mage. End of turn. Okay. apply Frozen to a random card in your hand. End of turn. What's the difference between a resolve, like the resolve trigger and the end of turn trigger? Because don't both of them basically happen at the same time? Why would this need to say end of turn rather than resolve? Resolves combat? Yeah, resolve happens at the end of combat, but after the end of combat, the turn ends. Resolve doesn't trigger when dazed. Oh! Gotcha, gotcha, right, because that unit doesn't enter combat. End of turn is before discard? Does combat happen after discard? I'm gonna have to watch the order of these things, because I've never needed to tease those apart before, because it's never made any difference, but good. There's also Tethys' Scales, 50% chance to apply spell weakness whenever an enemy unit enters your train. Neat. Because no combat when no enemies on the floor. That's not the case. Think of it as a case where you put a Steelworker on the top floor. The Steelworker has Resolve, gain 5 armor. It will always gain 5 armor at the end of combat. I haven't dazed my own Steelworkers before, but it works.